I've been grafting these last few nights and few days, digging my footings for my extension, and I thought if I could get it done quick enough, I may get some time over the weekend to come and have 24 hours at Kellet. So here I am. I haven't done anything yet. I haven't even soaked any bait. I've had to buy all my bait. I didn't have any at home, so I've got to soak everything. I've got to get everything prepped. I'm going to get the rods in the water before I start messing with my bivvy. But anyhow, welcome to Impromptu UK. And there we go, bit of booster, good to go. Let's get my rods out. Just phoned my good darling wife to tell her that I'm away for the next 24 hours. As you can imagine, she didn't know about it and she's well chuffed now. Oh well, at least the footings are done. Just a slight change of plan. The wind was blowing everything everywhere, so I thought actually I'll give myself some shelter first. So I did pop my bivvy up after all. That's what I did the first thing. First rig I'm going to use is going to be a zig, and I'm going to pop it under the tree over there. I'll show you that in a second. That's on a 2-foot zig with a flat pair. So on that tree, just going to plop it just a bit further out from it. It's a bit shallow here, just a bit further out, about there. There is some weed there, but I'm just going to fish next to the weed. That's what I'm doing now. I'm really happy with that position. That's exactly where I wanted it. So 2-foot zig and 4-foot of water. Really pleased with that. Let's see how we go. Now the rest, I'm going to go one bottom bait and I'm going to put one pop up. I've got my, you've seen the baits, I'm just going to go completely Scopex squid, easy for me to say, on my right marker over there, ambushing the fish as they come through. That's my next one, so I'm going to go right hand rod next, Scopex squid, bottom bait. Scopex squid, topped with sweet corn, and I'm just going to pop PVA bag on that just to make sure there's enough food lying next to bait. So there we are. Again, I'm happy with that position. Right, next rod is going to be on a Ronnie rig, pop up, nice and bright. Okay, last rig, we have a lid clip there and a simple Ronnie rig. Okay, this one is 6 wraps out, straight out to my left hand marker. I'm hoping that the guys on my right here in peg 9 haven't gone too far over to my swim, but we'll soon find out, won't we? Okay, that's all 3 rods in. So, 1 zig, 1 bottom bait, 1 pop up. That was my plan. Whichever one takes first, I'm going to mimic with the others. He says confidently. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to catapult some bait out on top of those. So I'll get some of this and get it out there. Yeah, Oops. One of my baiting up strategies fell a bit short, and guess who found it? Oops. Never mind. Some of the astute amongst you will notice, or may have picked up on the fact that the hook I was showing you earlier was actually barbless, and this is a barbed water. So just so as you're fully aware, I have changed my rigs over, and I do and am now fishing with barbed hooks. And for those that don't believe me, there you go. I don't know if you can see that. There, I'm now fishing with barbed hooks. This is my rig for later this evening. Gonna swap over, fresh pop up. Look, I'm only being honest. Right? Don't slag me for being honest. So what's new in the world of MAFT UK? Not a lot really. Work. Just about to start a new project in Manchester. I live in Lancaster, so that's up at 5 every day on the motorway for 5:30. In Manchester for 7 o'clock, and we finish at 3:30. It's a very, very long day, but there you go. That's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of what I do. And if you don't know what I do, I'm a construction site manager. I'm doing some work at home, which has kept me away from the bank, it's kept me off the hammock, it's kept me away from doing a lot of things recently, and I'm not too happy about that. Sorry, I'm going to have to put these on, the glare is awful. I'm not too happy about that, but needs must, I'm afraid. I've got jobs to do, and they've got to be done, and they take priority over any of my spare time. So, but I've definitely been lacking getting up in the woods this year. 100%. I've not actually been at all this summer. That's not good enough. Fishing wise, mine, I've got plenty coming on. I've got today, which was a steal. I stole this one, as you know. And I've also got Sandhurst coming up with the, no, that's Carpy, Syndicate. And we're going to go down there. We've got Carp Kingstone going down, Andy and Dave. We also have a France coming up in April for Dave's birthday. Just a small lake for the three of us. That should be good fun. I think it's a cat and carp lake, a bit similar to the last France trip, but on a different lake, a bit closer to the port. Malo, is it Malo, where we St. Malo, where we dock. Anyway, we've got that to look forward to. I guess I intend to fish here a lot more than over the winter. I want to get some winter time in, because it's so handy and so close to me, and I can't see why I wouldn't. I'm still not caught out of this lake yet. I've got one position where I'm expecting my left hand rod to rip off. I really am. It's over a clear spot. I couldn't get it any better, and I really want to show you that later, because you can see it, because guess what, the water is clear. Now, I've also noticed it's lost that blue tint as well that they put in. So there's none of that blue tint here anymore, which is a good. I'd rather have the weed, not the tint, you know, and fight through the weed. Or just get a bloody weed rake and pull it out and create your own clear spot. Which is one thing I might do here in the future. Because there is lots of weed, I might actually get a weed rake and sacrifice the first, say, half a dozen hours, 6 to 8 hours, sacrifice them and rake it out. Now that may piss other people off to your left and to your right, but if you can get there quick enough and get it done before everyone else turns up, or someone's packing up and leaving, they're not going to be bothered. You know, yeah, it's not an ideal situation. If somebody was doing it next to me, I'd probably be quite pissed off, but it's the nature of the beast. If it's a weedy lake, you got to create your spots, and if the only way to do it is with a rake, then rake away. That's what I say. That's a fair shout. I guess after the last week digging those bloody foundations out, and I'm going to be honest with you now, although I'm a lot heavier than I used to be, that was one of the hardest digs I have ever done. It was pebbles. It was 2 foot. The first 12 inches were just topsoil. So you just dug through that no bother at all, just normal dig. You suddenly came onto a clay, and it was an old riverbed. Oh my God, or shore, whatever you want to call it. It was horrible. There was just no easy way through. You just had to pick it through with a pickaxe and then shovel up your loose spoil, and that was the only way you could do it. What What should have took me 2 days is taken me a week. But I got knuckled into it yesterday after work, got stuck into it. That was my intention, to make sure I get that job done, and if that being the case, then I get to treat myself to a 24-hour fish. So here I am. So I have my Magnus, I have some bourbon with me, I have the sun right in my face right now. I know I'm on a good clear spot over there. I'm on 2 good spots over there. I can sit back in my chair and enjoy it. This is fantastic. Not seen any movement of fish yet. Not like last time I was here, they were all over the place, weren't they? My rod's now settled. It was beeping like crazy earlier, but I think it was just settling. Just gonna lie back and relax. Put the chair back another couple of notches and chill out, I think. I'll catch you later. Cheers. Due to the wind and the direction, the view of my bivvy isn't very watery. I don't mind, not bothered about that. At least I'm not getting full on facing in the wind, so that's the important thing. And of course, there are 1 or 2 things that must attend every weekend, as you know. That being one of them. And of course my pillow, which is cleverly disguised, because it is my cat pillow. Which I love very much. My cat pillow. Don't even like cats. Patchouli oil incense sticks. Lovely. Buffalo Trace. And no, I haven't drunk all that. It was already open before you start going on. So I'm going to cook tea in what is called a zebra pot. You see a lot of guys using them in the bushcraft, and while I'm talking about that, a big shout out to Mark Bailey. I'll put his channel on here somewhere. Mark Bailey is an excellent bushcrafter. I really enjoy watching his stuff, so I thought I'd give him a bit of a shout out. So we're gonna cook our dinner tonight on what is called a zebra pot. It is a stainless steel pot. That's all it is. There's nothing fancy about it. They're very, very cheap. They are totally sticky, so they're not non-stick at all. You just have to cook your food very, very slowly in these. But I do like them. If you want non-stick, then you need to use something like this. Is an MSR skillet. This is absolutely one of the best non-stick items I have ever used. It is coated, but it's very, very lightweight, very good for hiking, and nothing sticks to it. It's absolutely brilliant. So for dinner this evening, we've got chicken madras, and I have some Fishery nams. There you go. That's dinner for this evening. Let's get cooking. Super duper. Now I do actually have a shout out list. There's a few people that I promised a shout out, but because this was an impromptu night out, I haven't got the list with me, so I can't remember who they are. So if you're expecting a shout out on this one, I'm sorry, I've forgotten my list. I need my list because you get people saying, "Oh, give us a shout out," yada yada yada. So, and if you don't remember the list, you get your names wrong or you do something wrong, and then it's just. I've tried it before where you won't have seen it because I've cut it out. I've gone, "Hey, Pete Brown says hi from such and such," and it's not. His name's Pete Smith, and he's not from the same place. So it makes you look even worse. So if you're expecting a shout out, and I've promised you a shout out, you ain't gonna get it. Because I haven't got my list with me. Remember, I did run out the door with my fishing gear the minute I got the chance to, so that's why. That's how it worked out. That's how it panned out. Anyway, I can see that the battery's going right now, so I'm going to change the battery over because I need a full battery for tonight. So when I start catching all those fish in a minute, I've got the power. You know what I'm saying? I've got the power. So it's going to be a busy old night. Probably not going to get much sleep because of the amount of fish I'm going to catch. But there you are. Oh, and I haven't told Dave I'm fishing either. He doesn't know me yet. So, but it wasn't an early morning thing. I didn't get here till was it just 13:30? So yeah, day's halfway over. But I don't have to be anywhere tomorrow morning, so I can stay here till dinner time. Gone dinner time tomorrow. So I get my 24 hours in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to rush off tomorrow. Stay here, chill out, not hurry to get up, and I can smell my curry, and it's starting to come nicely now. So a beep? No way. Left hand rod, drop back. Bugger. Swan. Now that we've said bon voyage to our beautiful sunset, I'm going to keep the bugs away using my citronella tea lights. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, they don't keep shit all bugs away. They smell nice, and you know they don't keep bugs away because usually in the summer months, if you use this type of candle, you will find the bugs in the wax. So there's not enough citronella in there to avoid or to bug them out anyhow. So they attract them into the wax. Well, it's not really supposed to do that, is it? Anyway, that one's lit. I've got my incense stick burning as well. I've got patchouli oil on, patchouli oil incense stick. I got that candle going. This bivvy smells awesome. Yes, it really does. That curry is balanced just right. It's not too hot, very tasty. Some good sized chicken in it. And with that particular nam, gets a thumbs up from me. Well, there we are really. That's it for this evening. My 2 candles, my little bivvy table, and I got a coffee with a wee dram in it, like you do. So that's quite comfortable. That, I must admit, I quite like that. And I'm modelling my new Chinese fighting suit. So here we are, all the way from Go Outdoors. My Chinese fighting suit, 12 quid. Got a hood with it. There we are. Probably come into its own at winter, probably a little bit warm for this time of year. However, anyone can be cold. I thought I'd pop it on now, give it a try, and I must admit I can feel the benefits straight away. It's not bad. It's never going to be high-end gear, but it's not bad. So there we are. Not really much else we can do now until the sun comes up, but I am enjoying the smells in here. I put some more patchouli oil on my pillow. Oh, and that just makes it so snuggly. So snuggly indeed. Yep, warm brew with a wee dram in it. Although it's not whiskey, it's bourbon. If I lie down, I'm going. I don't want to lie down yet. I do what I normally do, I think, and that's turn the camera around and watch what I've recorded today. I love doing that. See what an idiot I've made of myself so far. And there's not a lot on it. Happy days, see you later. Now, I'm going to show you one of my spots, because earlier this morning I went over and filmed it. You can see the pop-up, you can see the clear spot, you see everything, and it's absolutely perfect. See? There it is in the water. That's an awesome spot. It's baited up around it. I really don't know what else I could do with that. That's absolutely perfect in my mind. What do you think? As it should be. Still hasn't gone off. Still hasn't ripped off. I've had 2 beeps all night, 2 beeps. And one of them was about 10-15 minutes ago while I was cooking my breakfast. This lake is proving to be very, very difficult for me. I don't know why. It's not like I'm doing anything crazy. I'm not doing anything which isn't which isn't the norm. When Dave rocked up here, he just did a simple rig, plopped it out, and 2 hours later we had 2 fish. I can't seem to get one out of this water. I've got plenty of time. I'm not short of time. I didn't get it till late yesterday, so I'm not rushing away, like I said. Those baits haven't moved since I changed over to barbed hooks. They haven't moved. And that was only like an hour after I turned up. Sometimes it's, you just got to sit on your hands a little bit. But it's very, very difficult to do that. At some point the fish will go down to feed, and if you're on your spots, they'll feed on the spots. There is a positive side to all this, I'm not digging footings. So this is what I'm going to do. I've got to reel in shortly, so I'm going to reel in. I'm going to put another one out, but it's not going to be on the bottom. I'm just going to put another, say, 2-foot zig, and that's shallow over there. If they come through that gap, which they're going to, then I want them to catch that little setup there. I want them to catch that one. So I'm going to come off the bottom there, little tiny short zig on, because it is only shallow there. See how we get on. always been told here, use high-vis pop-ups, high-vis baits. And I've done that, and I've never caught anything. So now, I'm going back to zig. I'm going to go back on all 3 on zigs now. But this one, in the middle there, in deeper water, I'm putting on a 6-foot black foam. The traditional, what most people use. I've done all high-vis pop-ups for quite some time now here. I've done high-vis this, high-vis that, and none of it's worked for me, so I'm actually going to go and try the good old dark foam. I do know something in that middle of that pond because I keep getting liners on that middle rod, but they're not going down feeding, so I'm going to go mid to high water on it and see how we get on. So let's get this one out now. Get it out there. The 3 rods are back out. That one's back out exactly on the same spot again, and I've baited up the area as well. The deeper water, I've now got myself a 6-foot black foam zig on. In the shallower water and the ambush on the way into this pond, I've got myself a 2-foot high-vis pop-up. So I've done everything I possibly can to try and get another one out of this water. This will be my last chuck in now. I probably won't put the rods out again anymore because it's 11 o'clock. I've got 3 hours left. So 3 to 4 hours. So what I'm going to do is, that's it. Leaving it now. Steady pack away. But I'm quite confident in that left-hand rod. I must admit, I am confident in that rod. If that doesn't go off, then I didn't stand a chance anyhow. But yeah, that left-hand rod has got to go. It's got to go. Or that left-hand rod. Yeah, it's got to go, that. You'd put money on it. You would. I'm just minutes from reeling in, so I'll come down to my rods and reels. I'm just gonna coax them fish in. Fish, 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 fish. Come on, fish, 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 fish. Come on, fish, 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 fish. Fish, fishy, 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 fish. Fish, fishy, fishy, fish. Nope, that hasn't worked either. See, I'm sort of in a catch-22 here, really, because I really do like this fishery, and I like this lake, but I can't seem to get a fish out of it. Come on, fish, 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 fish. Every time I go over and have a look at that spot, the hot, you know, the clear spot, it just, the bait's still there. Everything I put in's still there. I'm just running out of time, and I hate it because I know that spot will rip off. I know it will, but I'm just out of time. If I just focus on the rod tips, I wonder if that will make a difference. Just stare and will those rod tips to go. Focus. Focus. Focus on the rod tips. Well, there we go. Another session. It's only a 24-hour session, and I blanked again. And do you know what? I really don't mind. I worked hard over the last few weeks and I needed some time for myself, and that was some time to myself, so I really enjoyed it. The fact that I blanked, oh well, we all want to catch fish, but it didn't happen again. That's 8 days I've actually fished this water now and not caught. So I've not been on there 8 times, I've been and fished this 8 days in total, and I haven't had a fish. When you look at some of the bigger venues like bluebells and kingfisher and sand martin and nose and swan, I got to about 5 days before you caught, and they are difficult lakes to fish. This is supposed to be a runs water. Not to me, it's not. It's a personal challenge now, but a challenge it is, and I won't give up on this place. I do love fishing here, I love it. It's so close to home as well, and it's a great way to escape just for a few hours. So I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna beat the lake. Even if I catch a pasty, it'll be a fish out of this water, and I will do it one day. But I'm afraid it wasn't this weekend, and I was really hoping it would be. But there you go. I've got to get out. I'm not blanking. You know, I am catching fish. On the last social I caught a fish, so it's not about, I'm not going through a blanking phase at this moment. I'm actually catching fish elsewhere, but not on this particular lake. So Kellet Lake, I will be back, and Kellet Lake, I will win, not you. So until next time should be Sandhurst, fairly nap. May get another sneaky one in with Dave before then, or I'll get up onto the hills. I've got a new tent to try out. I've had a good look at it so far. There's some good parts, some bad points. Supposed to be a 4-season tent, we don't know. Let's find a storm, let's get up on those hills and let's have a look at it, shall we? And that's what I really want to do. So until next time, thank you very much for joining me. See you next time, bye bye.